Onward, Christians.
Somebody didn't do it right.
Onward, Christian soldiers, marching as to war, with the cross of Jesus going on before. Christ the royal master leads against the foe, forward into battle, see his banners go. Onward, Christian soldiers, marching as to war, with the cross of Jesus going on before. Oh, for a faith that will not shrink, though pressed by every foe, that will not tremble on the brink of any earthly woe, that will not murmur or complain beneath a chastening rod, but in the hour of grief or pain will lean upon its God. A faith that shines more bright and clear when tempests rage without, that when in danger knows no fear, in darkness feels no doubt. Lord, give us such a faith as this, and then whatever may come, we'll taste and hear the hallowed bliss of an eternal home. A charge to keep I have, a God to glorify, a never-dying soul to save, and fitted for the sky, to serve the present age, my calling to fulfill. Oh, may it all my powers engage to do my Master's will. Arm me with jealous care, as in thy sight to live, and O thy servant, Lord, prepare a strict account to give. Help me to watch and pray, and on thyself rely. Assured if I my trust betray, I shall forever die. Rise up, O men of God, have done with lesser things. Give heart and mind and soul and strength to serve the King of Kings. Rise up, O men of God, his kingdom tarries long. Bring in the day of brotherhood and end the night of wrong. Rise up, O men of God, the church for you doth wait. Her strength unequal to her task, rise up and make her great. Lift high the cross cross of Christ. Tread where his feet have trod, as brothers of the Son of Man, rise up, O men of God.
Have the other one if need be.
No,
Hello, good evening.
we haven't switched on my end.
Well, man, we've switched.
Where are we?
Do you need to? Do you need me to leave and then come back?
I'm here now.
Okay.
Let's edify one another, shall we?
I'm gonna move this. I find the sense of the peaceful of the man shenanigans. Woo!
There we go.
You
Woo!
know, I feel like
What
it's
without that?
been,
Woo!
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 I feel like it's been a while since it's just been you and me like this.
Well,
Fun?
yeah, all of 2 days.
Well, like, yeah. But having our own
Or did you forget Monday?
dedicated chat stream now, baby.
Hey, Reba, good to see you.
Whoops. Why is this stop it?
I don't know.
Is that better? Too low? Too high?
You're all right. You're good. You're good. Stop it!
Mhm.
I did that today on the bus. I was telling everybody in reading stream. I had to get on the microphone, and so because some kids were out in the aisle, had their halfway, the 3/4 of their body was in the aisle. Now we're mandated by law, the bus drivers here in the state of Iowa, to keep that aisle clear of free of any obstruction, and that includes people's bodies. So I get on on the horn and I go, "Get out of the aisle!
Go what?
Get out of the aisle!" Yeah, you can imagine how quickly that got their attention.
Do you keep a straight face when you do these things?
Oh yeah, perfectly straight.
Uh-oh. I bet on the inside you're cracking up laughing.
Absolutely. And then there's the times when I'll actually try to. I mean, my face will take on certain characteristics that kind of go with the voice. Like I can do that too.
Yeah.
There went Amy. Donnie was watching for King and Country, Little Drummer Boy, Christmas date night with his wife. Oh, I hope
Do,
you've had an enjoyable time.
do, 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 do. Boy, I wish I needed better light.
I need a songbook.
This
Give me praise to
light,
the Lord. You got a pretty good light.
you keep praising every so often. Well, now you're doing it on
No, blue. Of course, I'm doing it on purpose.
like right now.
Yeah, but you got to admit,
Oh, would you stop it?
if it hadn't have been for Shua, you wouldn't have known. I can do it pretty good though.
You can do it pretty good, yeah.
Oh, it keeps the kids on the bus on the toes.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, they're never certain who they're going to have as a bus driver. Hi, I'm Batman. Wrong one. But I'll do that. You know, I'll get on. They'll get on. Hi. Man, I can't do it tonight. Um, but you know, I remember Batman when it was Michael Keaton that played Batman, and so of course his voice was really gravelly, and as at least as Batman it was anyway. So I'd try to change my voice to "Hi, I'm Batman." Almost got there.
Yeah. You know, I noticed tonight that my finger bone is weird. Like I got like two bones here above my knuckle.
Just tonight.
Yeah, I was watching a show and I was rubbing my hand and I'm like,
This
what?
has been this has been another
Oh,
episode of CJ's self discovery.
I know. I'm like, what is that?
Join
Oh,
us as we continue our journey through CJ's self discovery.
I know, yeah. Yeah. So, guess how far we made it in Devo?
One question.
Hey, first five, part one's done.
Guess how far you're going to make it tomorrow?
Three. Hmm.
Part two. Ouch! Donnie's sister shut his head in the van door. Well, then we are going to go watch Batman. And is that Batman or Bateman? I don't remember Bateman. Anyway, movie in Perry.
Hmm.
Probably Batman.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. And no, I'm Batman.
Hi.
So
No. No.
I got this little. I guess he's in fourth grade now. It's like, no, I'm Batman.
It's fine.
Wrong tone of voice, bud. Wrong tone of voice. No, I'm Batman.
Yeah, I feel like you're an older version of Batman. Feel like the younger Batman had a crisper, deep
Probably
voice.
did. Reba says, "Ouch, Donnie! How much damage did that do to the door?"
Nice. Oh, you okay too, Donnie? Oh, it's not even Friday and we're off the wall.
We're always off the wall.
True. We are taking requests, songs, topics, Bible questions, the works. Do you want lettuce and tomato? No, I want the works. So I'm still waiting on that builder to approve my application or dismiss me. I found another one.
For the what?
An appointment, I found another one. I'm waiting for the builder either to approve me or dismiss me. 650, everything included besides electric.
You'll
So,
have to pay electric.
so I'm like, that's pretty good. That's not
Well,
terrible.
yeah. It's. I mean, a lot of it depends upon what electric's going to cost you.
Uh,
Make sure you turn off all your lights.
I wonder what hack I can do to limit usage of light.
Make
I'm,
sure you turn off all your lights.
I'm working. Maybe I should just get candles and just turn on lights when I absolutely have to.
Well, the problem with that, of course, is open flames aren't going to be very good.
Yeah.
I am really going to have to re-situate this strata down here because these plecos have. And it may not just be the plecos; it could be actually the force of the water coming down from the. But back here behind this stump, there's a big hole, and then there's another one over behind the rock.
Hmm. I'm friends with Russell. I'm
That
not okay.
will definitely change you.
Yeah. Oh, that was almost sinister, Levi. Oh dear. Help. Are you looking for a song?
I'm just looking at songs. For example, I found "Just a Closer Walk with Thee." Just a closer walk with thee. I'm never going to be able to hear that song without hearing that version.
Yeah. You showed
That's
me that.
that's kind of like the way we've got you now with God's family.
Uh-huh. I love that video. Oh, by the way, we should upload those
I do
videos
need to upload those videos.
at some point.
I
And
will at some point, probably 3 years in the future.
we need to change our banner. We got us in the shirts to put up there.
Oh yeah,
No, not that the digital one isn't good, but they say that every EE.
Mhm. Oh,
How about 234? Higher ground. Do, do, do,
can't
do.
do that one. I can't hear that one without thinking of the Smucker version.
Uh-huh. Every day, making as I am without my feet on higher ground. I can't go that deep ground, higher ground.
I can.
Walk with me.
That's why I like the bass on that one because I can do that. But that's not the version we have in the book.
Nope. Do we have a book that has that version? Sam.
Well, let's go for it.
Oh, yeah. I'm pressing on the upward
The upward way,
new heights and
I
gain.
think
Every
every
day,
day,
still
still praying and
as I
onward
would
bound,
put
but
my
plant
feet
my
on
feet on high.
higher ground. Lord, lift me
Lord, lift me up and let me stand.
my faith
My
on
faith on heaven,
heaven's stable
stable
ground.
land. I
Oh,
am flying,
and I
and I
have
find
would put my
at my
feet on
feet on high.
higher ground. My heart
My
has
heart has
no
no
desire
desire to say,
without
rise
surprise and
and
fierce
fierce
dismay.
dismay.
So some
So
may
some may
dwell
dwell
will be
be
the
the
bound
bad,
by
where
permanent
my aim is on.
higher ground. Lord, lift
Lord,
me
lift me
up
up,
and let me
and let me
stand.
stand.
My faith on
Faith on
heaven stable
stable
land,
land,
a
a
higher
higher
and
plane.
I have
Have
found. Lord,
plant my feet on high
higher ground.
ground.
I want
I
to
want to know
live
the
above
of the Lord.
the Satan.
Satan's done.
Pass me
Let
up,
me a hope,
the
for
tables,
faith has come.
the
The
joyful,
joyful sound,
the
the
song of
song of
Satan,
saints on
higher
high
ground.
ground.
Lord, lift
Lord,
me
lift me up and let me
up.
stand.
I
My
faith
faith
on
on
heaven
heaven's
stable,
stable land, a
higher
higher
than
place.
I have
If
found.
I
Lord, put my
plant my
feet
feet
on
on high
higher
ground.
ground. I want to scale
Want to
the
scale the
upper
utmost height
and catch
and
a
catch a
gleam
gleam
of
of
woody
glory
bird. But
bright.
still I'll pray
Till I'll
till
pray till
Lord
heaven
lead me on to
found.
higher
Lead me on to
me
higher
up
ground.
to stand.
And
My faith on
upon
heaven
heaven's
stable,
stable land, a
higher
higher place
than
that
I
I have found.
will
Lord,
put my
plant my
feet
feet
on
on
higher
high
ground.
Um, CJ wouldn't let me go with it on the last verse.
What? Oh, you were messing me up, so I muted you. So I
See?
didn't know what you were doing. I kept slowing down for you. The delay is messing me up.
That's why
So
you're not supposed to be listening to Facebook for crying out loud. You're supposed to be listening to Evie Mugs.
I know. Even like still has a delay for singing.
Not for me.
What?
Not for me.
For me it did.
You special.
What can I say? I'm on a crapple. I mean apple. I joke a lot. We joke a lot about this computer, but I do treasure it. It's from y'all.
Yeah,
Uh,
you should.
and, I've had it what now since I think I got it April of 2021.
No. We've been running for 3 years now. This is
20.
so it would have been 2022.
Yeah. I'm like, wait, we didn't even know each other then. I don't think so. I knew it was April. So,
That's because you went to see Paul preach,
yep,
and you got to meet Vera at that time too,
yes, got to meet a lot of
and
them.
brother John Barker
Yeah, all the readers.
that were there.
Yeah, that were there. Yeah, I met everyone in person before I met you in person.
I know, right? Well, I mean, you haven't met Reba in person.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Have you met Debbie in person?
no. Boy, we are so close. Why can't I just
Well,
go
yeah, really. Why don't you just hop in your car and go down there?
Yeah, it's that easy. If I could drive, a lot of my trouble would be resolved.
No, it'd just be starting.
Mm.
Like, I had Ezra driving me around us today. Like, dude, Ezra, you got to learn to keep a steady speed.
You're like, well, I'm so glad you're a Christian now. At least if you die unconfident, where you go.
Right?
So, well, you probably told the backstory
No.
yesterday. Can we get the backstory of that?
What backstory?
Of Ezra's conversion?
What backstory?
What do you mean? Well, did the light just click on Tuesday and Ezra's?
Well, with O'Shea, I asked him as he got older. I said, you, have you thought about your salvation? Have you thought about getting saved? What's stopping you? And that led to a conversation about him wanting to be saved, and I made him go through a correspondence course with his dad, with his grandpa, and this time I was a little bit more proactive, and I made Ezra go through that same correspondence course, and that resulted in him expressing the desire to be saved. So I'm waiting for Amos to go through it. I think I'm going to have to sit him down and actually stand up, or basically sit over him and say, "Hey, you got to do this," because we're still waiting for him to do lesson one.
Huh.
But he's got to, as part of his course requirements for completing school, he's got to go through that course.
Oh,
And so Ezra had made the comment to Dad about it, and I assume it must have been Sunday. And Dad mentioned it Tuesday, and they set the time for yesterday evening, and so that's when we did it.
well, I got that news while I was riding down on my way home. I'm like, yeah, buddy.
And well, his mom and his sisters were sick, so they stayed home. And his grandma wasn't feeling good, so she stayed home. But O'Shea's boss man was there with us because, cousin Larry, he's a member of the church as well. And so Ezra's brothers were with him, and it was just Grandpa, me, and O'Shea, Amos, and Ezra, and Larry. So we recorded it. Grandpa didn't hardly even let me get live. He's like, "Yeah, everybody ready?" I said, "Just a minute." I'm typing furiously on my phone so I can get stream going, so his mom and grandma can tune in, and Grandpa begins the questioning. But all's well as end well.
Yep. Well, that's
So
great.
proud Papa here, but
Yeah.
so am I, Reba.
Yeah, I
So am
went
I.
over the moon.
Now I get to get him into the rotation. He's gonna have to really start working on a song leading.
Well, Well, we're not gonna stick a camera on him just yet.
Who knows what's going to happen in the future?
Yeah. Did O'Shea started just filling in for what's read before he was baptized, right? Was it after?
After.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I've had O'Shea read, or not O'Shea, Ezra read on stream while I was there, like driving or something. But
Yeah. I've had him read too.
huh?
I've had him read too. I got a debate coming up next month. Haven't prepared for it one bit.
Better get started on that.
I know, I've been so busy. So busy. My pulpit times is inspired by the a devotion. I'm like, ooh, I literally said, if you want my thoughts on this section of Luke 8, tune in on Friday because I think I'm gonna take a message from here.
Luke 8.
Yeah, I did Luke 8. Uh-oh.
You
Did
better
I
not have
do
done Luke
Luke?
8
I
because
did.
we are on Luke 9.
No, 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 no. Not today. That was
You did,
Monday.
I guess you did part 2 of Luke 8, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did part 2 of Luke 8. I was like, we didn't, you're supposed to do Luke 9.
I thought we had done 2:14, so I'm like, what? I thought Levi did this, and then I realized, oh, he did it off the cuff.
Yeah, somebody was supposed to go back and change that, and I forgot.
So we are. I think we did 2 lessons this week. I think that's
That's about
about
par
our
for the course.
average.
That's like I said. That's about par for the course.
Yep.
463 is what Reba wants.
Okay.
I did that I did that yesterday. 463 during EE. Oh, we'll do it
Well,
EE.
oh yeah, I was playing with my brother. Were you like slacker?
No. So one goldfish was sitting there kissing the other goldfish until it released the food it was eating.
I love
Fishy
you.
kisses. Fishy kisses. Oh, happy day that fixed my choice on thee, my Savior and my God. Well, may this glowing heart rejoice and tell its raptures all abroad. Happy day, when Jesus washed my sins away. He taught me how to watch and pray and live rejoicing every day.
Happy day when Jesus washed my sins away. 'Tis done the great transaction's done. I am my Lord's and He is mine. He drew me and I followed on, charmed to confess the voice divine. Happy day when Jesus washed my sins away. He taught me how to watch and pray and live rejoicing every day. Happy day when Jesus washed my sins away. Now rest my long divided heart, fixed on this blissful center rest. Here have I found a nobler part, here heavenly pleasures fill my breast. Happy day when Jesus washed my sins away. He taught me how to watch and pray and live rejoicing every day. Happy day when Jesus washed my sins away. Yes, yes, yes. Got to do that. That has to be an upbeat song,
Yep.
unless of course you want to do it reflective, and then that's rather mournful.
That's something fun though.
Hmm?
That's something fun though.
I don't know.
So I was telling Levi, I'm excited I get to be designated songwriter.
Hmm.
Normally the third and fourth, and then there's a fifth Sunday of the month at another congregation. I just found my pitch pipe, so I'm gonna have to practice.
You're welcome, Reba.
You know, ever since I hit puberty, I've never found my range, and I don't know how to rediscover my range again. Do you know how I do that?
Not really. What's most comfortable for you to sing? I'm a baritone.
Feels like I know we're on the staff. Bass is too high, soprano sometimes too high.
You mean bass is
Tenor,
too low?
oh wait, yeah, bass is too low, soprano's too high. Tenor, I can sometimes do it, but even that gets too high. I'm like, where am I? I don't know where I exist. I'm not on the staff.
That's probably because you're not paid.
I have the shirt to prove it.
You walked into that one, CJ. You walked into that one. I'm not even on. I feel like I'm not even on the staff.
Oh yeah, I ran headlong into that one. Hey, I got the shirt to prove it. Not on me right now, or not available, but I have it. I should wear that tomorrow.
316.
That's a good number. What about
You know
it?
that one? Yeah, John 316. Oh, 316. You know that one?
360.
Probably do.
Yep. Oh, did you want to go bass?
That
Is
doesn't
that-
matter. In heaven they're singing a wonderful song, a theme that shall never grow old. And glorified millions are singing it now in that beautiful city of gold. They're singing the songs of salvation, a story that never grows old. And glorified millions are singing it now in that beautiful city of gold. We read of its beauty, but somehow we know its glory has never been told. But think of the rapture of singing up there in that beautiful city of gold. They're singing the songs of salvation, a story that never grows old. And glorified millions are singing it now in that beautiful city of gold. What music you'll hear when the ransomed of earth shall enter that heavenly fold. When all redeemed singers shall join in that song, in that beautiful city of gold. They're singing the songs of salvation, a story that never grows old. And glorified millions are singing it now in that beautiful city of gold.
Amen.
Amen. Quick question. It is supposed to be sung at that pace? Probably. You're the music expert.
It's 6/4 time.
So does that mean it's not supposed to go faster?
Yeah, it should not go faster.
Okay.
And perhaps I'm actually singing it a little too fast.
I thought it was a little slow, but I'm like, I have no sense of time signatures apparently.
You see that number in the front at the top of the song? That's your time signature. 6/4.
6 beats to a measure, right?
That's a good question. I always failed that one. I
Mm.
know 4/4 time. There's 4 beats to a measure. And then there's 3/4 time, which is waltz time, by the way. 2/2 time, very fast.
That's like the March song, right?
Yeah, more of a martial. An example of let's see. There's a good example of a 3/4 time. I found several, but I want to see. I want to find a really good example of one.
Facebook knows I'm looking at houses.
Mm.
I
Of course it does.
I have literally 2 ads on the side of my Facebook for apartments. I'm like, creepy.
Ah, what is? I know I'm really close to one.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right, I was gonna try that one, but I won't. 276 is a nice, lovely 3/4 time. A very good waltz one.
Three what? 76?
276.
Oh. How did I mistake a 2 for 3?
I don't know, Amy. I mean, Alicia.
What? And more. Susan Stanley pops in and says the Miranda Fable stay is 3-4.
Hey, Susan. That's another good one as well. But here on 276, I have heard of a land. I've heard of a. Let's see. I have heard of a land on a far away strand. In the Bible, the story is told, and you can, as you listen to that, you can feel the gentle movement of the waltz of
Yeah,
the and a waltz is, if I was to compare it, would be a very um, gentle wave. As you watch these waltzes, it's like a gentle wave. Um, now you can have some very high spirited waltzes. Don't get me wrong. Your Bavarian waltzes, your German waltzes, they can get pretty spirited. But for a general, a waltz time is a 3/4 time, and for a lot of these, it's kind of a gentle. I have heard of a land on a faraway strand. In the Bible, the story is told.
yeah.
Where cares never come, never darkness nor gloom, and nothing shall ever grow old. You feel the gentle sway,
Yeah.
and you feel the wave come in and go out, come in and go out, come in and go out. Now, some of the ones that she's putting up, I need thee every hour, stay thou nearby.
Yeah.
You feel it. So
I'm there.
when you think of a waltz, a 3/4 time, think of that waltz, that wave. Now, like I said, sometimes it gets rather spirited, but for the most part, in the songbooks here, a lot of them are really gentle. In the land of fadeless day lies the city foursquare. I will sing the wondrous story of the. Now, I don't know which wondrous story she's talking about, though, either. Um, there are a couple of those ones. Let's see here.
Yes,
I will sing the wondrous story of the Christ who died for me. That's why I'm saying that there's a couple of them. 301. Let's look at 301. I will sing the wondrous story of the Christ who died for me. How he left his home in glory for the cross of Calvary. Yes, I'll sing the wondrous story of the Christ who died for me. And you see that one there is a more energetic waltz.
Yeah.
I've wandered far away from sin and sin. Lord, I'm coming home. So, I mean, a lot. So some of these can get really rambunctious, but most of them that you are thinking of when you think of 3/4 time is as a waltz time is going to be a gentle wave up and down, up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
I'd rather have Jesus than silver gold. Whereas the 4/4 times, they tried my Lord and Master with no one to be found within the halls of Pilate. He stood without a friend. And you can see that's a different time. It's a different signature, different feel to it than the waltz. Susan says, trust and obey. When we walk with the Lord. And there's that
Yeah.
ebbing and flowing again. It is such that even though the notes may change, there still is an ebb and flow to the notes that
It's
is
the
inherent to that.
same type of feel.
Mhm.
Hmm.
And it's so unique. And then
Yeah.
you have the 4/4 time, but then you also have a 6/8 time.
That's fast, right?
It is a much faster one, and 3/21 is a good indication of a 6/8 time versus a 4/4 time at 3/22. So in 3/22 we have in heavenly love abiding. In heavenly love abiding, oh no change my heart shall fear, and safe is such confiding, for nothing changes here. That's a 4/4 time. Boom, boom, boom. Four beats to the measure. 3/21. If Jesus goes with me. It may be in the valley where countless dangers hide. It may be in the sunshine that I in true peace abide. But this one thing I know, if it be dark or fair, if Jesus is with me, I'll go anywhere. If Jesus goes with me, I'll go anywhere. 'Tis heaven to me, where'er I may be, if he is there. I count it a privilege here, his cross to bear. If Jesus goes with me, I'll go anywhere. And you can, hello, Sister T, you can see the feel is
Yeah.
totally different
Yep.
to the different time signatures, and it carries a different meaning because what what aura do you portray with this last song versus the in heavenly love abiding?
More excitement.
And more confidence, more, more. And whereas in heavenly love abiding, in heavenly love abiding, no change my heart shall fear. it's a more of a peaceful resolve,
Yeah.
more of a contentment, more of a resignation, and yet quiet confidence. If Jesus goes with me is more of a um, more. It's stirring.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I am standing for him. I'm going. I can go anywhere. I can do anything. And so there is a firm conviction. How do I'm trying to.
It, it makes you feel different when
It
you're
does.
in it.
It expresses a more outspoken resolve.
Yeah.
Um, Yet, notice this song just across the page, 323. Soon we'll come to the end of life's journey, and perhaps we'll never meet anymore. I'm off a little bit. Till we gather to heaven's bright city, far away on that beautiful shore. The reason I'm going slow is because it tells you to go slow. If we never meet again this side of heaven, as we struggle with this world and its strife, there's another meeting place somewhere in heaven, by the side of
Very
the
good.
road, where the charming roses bloom forever, and where separations come no more. If we never meet again this side of heaven, I will meet you on that beautiful shore. And even though it's in that 6/8 time, there still is that that how do I want to put it, that resolve. The
That,
lower the numbers, the slower you sing. That can be the case, but not always, because with your 2/2 time, there's you're only getting 2 beats per measure, so your tempo can determine, like, can be really quick. It can be more of it's a march.
it's like
Uh,
a bum 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 bum.
yeah. Let's see if we got a 2/2 time somewhere around here. I think there's a way to. I think there's one in the back that does it by time. I'm not sure. Tunes metrical. No,
Um,
no.
of course not. We're looking for it. We won't find it. It's 4-2. Close. Uh, my eyes have seen the coming of the glory of the Lord. Is that 2-2?
That would be the Battle Hymn of the Republic.
Yeah. Is that? That sounds like 2-2 anyways.
929 is a very slow one. It's similar to what Susan's saying, and but it is also 941's another the other style. Father, we love you. We worship and adore you. Glorify your name, all the earth. Glorify your name. Glorify your name. Glorify your name. All the earth. Yeah. So that one's that one. But then you look at 941, which is I sing the mighty power of God.
I sing the mighty power of God that
Yes.
makes the mountains.
You don't sing that one slow. That's
No.
not a slow song.
By the way, 929, it always, nothing wrong with it, but I've always learned it in King James. Glorify thy name.
Yeah.
So yours is weird to sing. I'm like, your. Some of these songs got updated, and I guess I gotta get updated too.
What really will throw you for a loop is when you do the chants, which have no time. Amazing Grace, Angry Words, those are 3-4 times. But anyway, yeah, a lot of times, Susan was saying, the larger the larger, or no, excuse me, the lower the number, the slower you sing it.
Here's another March 1, 679, 22. They'll know we are Christians.
Yes.
We are one in the
Amen.
Spirit. We are one in the Lord. We are one.
But even then, you don't sing that one too fast. We are one in the Spirit. We are one in the Lord. And here's the thing, you still are bound by certain restraints. Ooh, here's a really slow one. This one proves Susan's point again with the lower the slower in regards to 2-2 time. And that is 734. But as I was saying, you're bound um, by the notes themselves because your notes are broken into quarters or into sixteenths, eighths, even 30 seconds if you get really down to it in some places, but not usually in the songbooks. But sixteenths, eighths, quarters, halves, and wholes and variations thereof, such as your dotteds. And that means in some of these you get twos, you get three, fours, threes, um, three beats. For example, a whole note gives you four beats.
Right, yeah.
Well, if you've only got two beats per measure, what do you get in it? You got to give it.
2,
Wrong.
4.
Wrong.
I don't know.
One.
What? Huh?
A whole note would receive, actually, technically, if you want to be technical, a whole note on a 2-2 time should actually receive four beats, which would receive two measures
Huh.
because it's two beats per measure.
Right, yeah.
And a whole note is 4 beats.
Yeah.
But try enforcing that. Were you there when they crucified my Lord? Now, how many beats did you have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Not
6.
how many notes, how many beats?
Right. Were you there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Right?
4 in those 3 words, yes.
When there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't know how to count that tie at the end of it.
16.
Yeah, because Lord is 8 beats, right?
Lord is actually 6 beats.
Oh,
The first note there is a whole note. Notice that
oh,
there's no flag on it. There's no, or not a flag. There's no stem on it.
but there's 4 non-filled in. So there's 2. Wait, oh, there's a stem on the second one. And then
Right. There's a
we,
stem on the second set of notes on that one. That means
oh,
that's a half note.
oh,
Half notes only receive 2 beats,
yep,
or or half the signature, I should say. I always learned it as a whole note receives 4 beats, half note C receives 2. But there again, I may be wrong in the 2/2 time, and a 2/2 time may receive um, a whole note may receive 1 beat, and a half note may receive half a beat, and everything else may be a lot quicker, which doesn't make sense because one, this is a um, plantation hymn. Two, this is a very slow song.
yeah,
Melodically, it's slow. The words, contextually, it's a very slow song, very pensive and deep. Something to be sung while you're working. It's not going to go very fast. Were you there when they crucified my Lord? That doesn't work, does it?
no,
Were you there when they crucified my Lord? It really doesn't work. Um, so you're not going to sing that one fast. You're going to sing it slow. And that's one thing that you need to emphasize as a song leader. The context of the song is going to determine the speed at which you lead that song.
yeah,
You watch the words. If the words are pensive, night with ebb and pinion, do not lead it fast. On the other hand, if the context of the words are, oh, happy day that fixed my choice, why in the world are we leading a song? A song slow. Oh,
yeah,
happy day that fixed my choice on thee, my Savior and my God. Talk about a lackluster song. Like, where is your joy, O Christian? So, um, Susan says 2/2 time means half notes get 1 beat. So whole notes would get 2 beats.
hmm,
Quarter notes become eighth notes.
Oh, I don't get into the music theory.
Thanks, Susan. It's been a long time since I went into music theory, and I need to go back over and review it. I really do. But
So technically, it's all theoretical.
but there's a lot of it that has been ingrained within me. Here's one. It's a 9/8 time, and this one I cannot tell you how many congregations I've been that has been led as a slow song. I've got two to demonstrate this. This was the first one, 708.
Do you sometimes want to go stop the song? Walking in sunlight on my journey over the mountains to the fair. Jesus, I said I'll never forsake thee, abundantly find and never can fail.
Yeah, so you see how many like I said, I can't tell you how many congregations I've been at. Walking in sunlight, all of my journey over the mountains, through the deep vale. Jesus has said, I'll never forsake thee. Promise divine that never can fail. Heavenly. It's not that way. This is a happy song. We're
Yeah,
walking. We're not trudging. We're not dilly dallying. Walking in sunlight, but we're not running either. Okay, we're not running. So we need to make sure that we're pitching it and we're leading it to the right tempo. Walking in sunlight, all of my journey over the mountains, through the deep vale. Not walking in sunlight, all of my journey over the mountains, through the deep vale. And everybody's like,
yeah.
if you can't focus on the song because of the speed, one way or the other, then are you really doing justice? Are you really worshiping a song?
No.
You see what I'm saying? That's why you need to look at the song, structure the tempo according to the meaning of the words and the time signature. And you need to learn time signature. Not that it's that big of a, not that you're required to learn it, but at least look at the words and what they mean and try to structure the leading of the song according to what it says. Another one, triple one.
Oh. Did you announce it that way? Triple one, everybody.
111.
111. Come with our love, the Lord, and let our joys be known. For this,
Notice this is a 6/8 time. What does that mean?
let we go. Come with our
It's
love.
not a low number.
Yeah.
Come we that love the Lord and let our joys be known. Join in a song with sweet accord. Join in a song with sweet accord. And thus around the throne and thus around the throne. And then we get to the chorus. and everybody has to slow down. We're marching to Zion, beautiful, beautiful Zion. We're trudging upward to Zion, the beautiful city of God. It's a march. Since when have you seen bands, for example, or military men trudge? They march in time. Hup, 1, 2, 3, 4, hup, 3, 4, hup, 1, 2, 3. It's in time. We're marching to Zion, beautiful, beautiful Zion. We're marching upward to Zion. If you can't picture yourself actually marching around the town, marching around the building, we're marching around. We're marching around Jericho one by one.
My problem is part of it is physical. I can't get
Yeah,
my
you shouldn't be marching, CJ. You'll be tripping.
well when I'm yeah, that's true. But when I'm singing, I can't like form my I can't sing as fast as some people, so that presents a challenge of dragging songs.
Yeah. So how do you handle this one?
Come without the help of the Lord and let our joys be known. Join in the song with spirit chord. Join in the song with spirit chord. And the
Thus around the throne and thus around the throne. You gotta, and that's I was just demonstrating the bass in that
yeah,
last one. So, you're going okay for the bass to be able to do that.
yeah,
It would, if you can possibly pick it up a little bit faster, just a little bit faster, that would be better. But you're still not trudging like some people do.
right.
We're marching to Zion, beautiful, beautiful Zion. And the biggest thing, when I go to these congregations, the biggest thing that I do is I operate with grace. You asked me, what do I do? Or like, want to get up and stop the song? No, I operate with grace. Not everybody is at the same level as I am. Not everybody has had the education in music that I have. Not everybody has existed in the church as long as I have. And so I operate with grace. Not everybody is suited to, but here's the one thing they are doing. They're doing their best.
Yeah,
And so I submit to the leader. You see, that's what we're supposed to do. Submitting yourselves to one another in the fear of the Lord. Paul says in Ephesians chapter 5, right before he goes into the dissertation on uh, the husbands and wives. Well, that's what I practice because that's what I'm taught and that's what I preach. In all things that we do, no matter what, it takes a lot of courage for a person to get up there to lead, whether it be a song, a prayer, the table, or to preach. Respect what they're doing and submit. It's not about you, accept what you are giving to God. And when we submit to one another, submit to the leaders, we are then offering to God a true sacrifice
yeah,
because God has said, submit. Stop focusing upon the inadequacies of our leaders and instead focus upon what the words mean as they're given to God. If you have opportunity to help encourage your brother, do so. If you have opportunity to help instruct your brother, do so in a loving manner. But don't tear them down in your mind or in your singing or in your prayer or behind their back. When we go to services, when we go to worship God, we go to worship God, not to chastise our brethren, not to tear them down, not to nitpick the assembly or the service. We go to worship God. It is not about what we receive out of it. Because if we go to church, and I use that as the assembly, the word ecclesia, by the way, means the called out assembly, the called out ones, as in an assembly. If you want to get technical for the Greek word ecclesia, the called out ones, an assembly. And so we just changed that to church, which comes from the German word Kirk, which means an assembly. You're welcome. That's where the word church comes from.
What can I say except you're welcome?
That's right. No, we're not Maui. But here's the thing. When we go to the assembly of the saints, what are we going for? It's to worship God. It is not to satisfy our selfish desires. It is not to feel good. Do I end up feeling good? Yes, perhaps. But my desire is to worship God. If I'm going for any other reason than to worship God in humble obedience to his commands, then I need to check myself at the door.
Yeah.
I was glad when they said unto me, let us go into the house of our Lord. Why? Because we get to, well, we get to offer praises among our brethren. Hebrews chapter 2.
2:12, yeah.
Thank you. We get to edify one another through psalms, hymns, and spiritual songs, singing and making melody in our hearts unto the Lord. We get to offer up prayers together. We get to come together to remember the Lord's death together through his meal, his supper. 1 Corinthians chapter 11. This do in remembrance of me, Matthew chapter 26, Mark chapter 14, and Luke chapter 22, I think it is.
Yep.
Might be a little bit off on the Luke one. Um,
I think Luke 22, Luke 23 is his death.
yeah, so it'd be Luke 22. Christ commanded it. The first church practiced it. First century church practiced it. And so we do it. And we get to hear instruction. For the word of God is profitable for reproof, for doctrine, for instruction in righteousness, that the man of God may be thoroughly furnished. Well, maybe complete, thoroughly furnished unto all good works. 2 Timothy chapter 3, 16 and 17. And that happens on the first day of the week. It's all right, Alicia. That's what we go to worship God for. That's why we assemble. Oh, and don't forget 1 Corinthians 16, 1 and 2. We assemble to offer back a portion of what God has offered to us, has given to us, loaned to us, so that we may use it to further his glory, for the benefit of the saints. for the benefit of all men, especially to them of the saints. Is that Colossians?
Galatians 6:10.
Thank you. As you have opportunity to do so, and to do good unto all men, etc., etc. That's why we go to worship God, not to nitpick. Oh, he was singing. Brother so and so was leading songs in off key. He wasn't. He was leading them too slow. Brothers and sisters, he got up and led because he loves God and felt a responsibility to offer back an offering of praise by leading us. Who cares?
Yep.
He was making melody in his heart unto the Lord, leading you. If you were focused more upon how he sang, than what you were offering to God, you need to check yourself.
Yep.
I need to check myself. And so while I may look at these songs and like this here, we talk about time signatures, we talk about beats, and we talk about how to properly lead. It is simply for information. It is simply to encourage song leaders to take a second look at these songs. Perhaps learn to learn something about the song, and that's why occasionally we'll actually have a lesson from the songs. Right? So I know CJ does it. I do it. We'll look at a song in depth. Is this scriptural? And I have it on the very best authority that I have ruined several songs for CJ.
Yeah. Some, some songs I can't even sing anymore due to I can't sing the old rugged cross anymore. I'm like, let Levi take me through the scriptures. I appreciate it.
And that's what we're supposed to do. If we're not singing with understanding as well as our spirit, we're doing something wrong. 1
Yep.
Corinthians 14. We are to sing, we are to pray, we are to worship God with our understanding as well as our hearts,
That's right.
because we are to worship in spirit and in truth. Where's that one found?
John 4:24.
That's what Jesus said. That's what he wants. That's what God wants. God is spirit. They that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
that part of worshiping him in truth is looking at what we're offering to him. Is it scriptural? Is it true? If it isn't, I can't sing with understanding, because I understand what I'm singing. It ain't truth.
Yep.
So let's return to looking at what we offer God instead of looking at our brother and chastising him, even if it is in our own mind. Man, he's singing off pitch. So what? He's leading us in offering God an offering of our lips. Hebrews chapter 13.
I always say God said sing, he never said sing good.
We may not be able to carry a tune in a bucket, but we can carry one in our hearts. And
Oh,
you can quote me on that one,
I need to use that.
because you know what? Yeah, I just made that one up. I don't ever recall ever hearing that one. So I've never read it. I've never heard it. I've always heard that he may not carry carry a tune in the bucket, or he can't carry a tune in a bucket. Well, here, this is my response. I may not be able to carry a tune in a bucket, but I certainly can carry one in my heart.
Yeah. Alright, well, thank you all for being here. I
We're
hope
back
it,
on dual streaming again.
yes, it's been a while for the regularly scheduled CJ and Levi live streams, but I think the goal is every Thursday evening.
Yeah,
Answering
something
your
like that.
answering your questions or chatting or singing. I think this is what we started out doing even before CEM, and then our slots kind of evolved because I said, why don't we study a book? And we kind of got off of, I think, our base reason for being
Yeah,
here.
2 years.
So,
2
well,
years it took us
yeah,
to do X.
yeah, I'm sure we'll find a time to do that type of study again. I enjoy that. I think we're planning something in the future, a regular slot for that,
Perhaps,
perhaps.
perhaps. Anyway, we do. It's time for you to actually do your thing.
Thank you all for being here. And remember, here at CEM, we want to do three things. We want to glorify God, edify you, His saints, and we want to answer any spiritual questions you may have. Thank you all, and God bless.
Hopefully, you've been edified by being here tonight, because that's our goal here. Every night, every time that we have an even edification, it's in our very name that we try to edify. That way, whether we wake tomorrow to serve God here on this earth, or we wake tomorrow to serve God up there where we all long to be, where I'll have the privilege, the pleasure, and the honor of being. For I'll see you
No,
then. God bless in your walk with Him. I
sorry.
love y'all, and good night.
Uh, no, stop, TJ. Okay. Bye before I move any more points. Bye.